Day 8. When pleasure becomes an idol. Restoring sexuality to its rightful place. Inspired by the Grail message of abduction. Theme. Pleasure is a byproduct of right living, not the purpose of human life. Opening reflection. As we begin the second week of this course, we turn our attention to one of the greatest deceptions surrounding sexuality, the elevation of pleasure to the highest goal of life. From the perspective of the Grail message, every power in creation has a rightful place and purpose. Problems arise not because these powers exist, but because human beings reverse their proper order. When a means becomes an end, harmony is lost. Pleasure is one such example. Pleasure is a natural accompaniment to many good things. There is pleasure in nourishing food, meaningful work, artistic beauty, friendship, and loving relationships. Yet none of these exists solely for the sake of pleasure. Eating exists to nourish the body, work contributes to creation, friendship enriches life, and sexuality serves love, responsibility, and the continuation of earthly life. Pleasure accompanies these gifts but was never intended to become their master. When pleasure itself becomes the supreme goal, the human spirit gradually loses its freedom. Decisions are no longer guided by truth, conscience, or responsibility, but by the constant search for stronger sensations. What once served life begins to consume it. Thus, the danger is not pleasure itself, but its enthronement. The false promise of pleasure. Modern culture often proclaims, "If it feels good, do it." Happiness is found in satisfying every desire. Life is too short to deny yourself. These ideas suggest that pleasure is the measure of what is good. From the perspective of this course, the opposite is true. The true measure is whether an action accords with truth, love, responsibility, and respect for the dignity of oneself and others. Many actions produce immediate pleasure but lasting regret. Other actions require discipline in the present but yield enduring peace and joy. The wise person learns to distinguish between momentary gratification and lasting fulfillment. Pleasure and joy. These two are often confused. Pleasure depends largely upon external stimulation. It is temporary, emotional, dependent upon circumstances, easily exhausted. Joy arises from inner harmony. It grows from a clear conscience, faithful love, meaningful work, gratitude, truthfulness, service, spiritual growth. Pleasure comes and goes. Joy deepens with time. A person who pursues only pleasure often finds it slipping away. A person who seeks truth and lives rightly frequently discovers joy even in difficult circumstances. When sexual pleasure rules. When sexual pleasure becomes life's central pursuit. People are easily reduced to objects of gratification. Commitment appears burdensome. Self-control is viewed as unnecessary. Relationships become unstable. The appetite grows while satisfaction diminishes. The spirit gradually becomes enslaved to the very impulses it was meant to guide. By contrast, when sexuality remains in its proper place, pleasure becomes a natural expression of loving commitment rather than an object of worship. Practical exercise. Today, notice the motives behind your choices. Whenever you make a decision, ask yourself, am I choosing this because it is merely pleasant? Or because it is truly good? If the pleasure disappeared, would this still be worth doing? Does this decision strengthen my character? Allow these questions to guide your actions throughout the day. Reflection questions. What do I most often seek when I feel restless or empty? Have I ever mistaken pleasure for genuine happiness? Which pleasures have enriched my life, and which have weakened my freedom? What activities consistently bring me lasting inner peace rather than temporary excitement? Daily affirmation. I am not created to become a servant of passing pleasures. I seek what is true, good, and life-giving. May every enjoyment I receive remain in its rightful place, and may my heart find its deepest joy in truth, faithful love, responsible living, and the fulfillment of my purpose. Closing thought. Pleasure is a beautiful servant but a destructive master. The awakened spirit does not reject joy or the rightful pleasures of earthly life. Instead, it places them within the order established by the laws of creation. When truth governs desire, when love guides sexuality, and when conscience directs every choice, Pleasure no longer enslaves the human being, it becomes a quiet companion on the path toward lasting peace, dignity, and spiritual maturity.